Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that comes into the game wishing there was more on the line, but the reality is they're just playing out the string at this point. Still, despite their disappointing season, you can be sure they'll be giving it their all here. It's the Aftershocks going up against the Jets.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New York Jets. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his first pass is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball were the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Carlson looking left side, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he is knocked down from the side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Off the bootleg, Carlson. And he fires one, but incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Off play action. Carlson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The drive will start with Connor. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again. Carlson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Riley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carlson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. New York set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down.
He's got him in. Complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
And as the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play,
and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now back out comes the offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carlson forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carlson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. There he goes, left side. And touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that? And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Flag round! Flag round! Flag round! Flag round! Let's go!
Looking to throw. Carlson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw on 2nd down. Carlson. And it's caught. Touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. So 2nd and goal here from the 9. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Carlson. His pass caught with the 4. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. To throw is Wilson. Letting one go. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception. interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carlson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Mike Pennell breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Flex round. Here we go.
From the gun, Carlson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson looking deep for Demaryius. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is TJ Logan to return it. And some room to roam now. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and now it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Red zone opportunity. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down following the run. Looking to throw. Carlson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The return man is Mario Alford. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Counter. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Pass it, and now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Carlson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Six yards to go here on second down. Back to throw. Carlson. Now he'll throw deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Carlson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw. Carlson. And his throw here's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Carlson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Let's go, Ohio!
They're going to try and throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Give him 22 on that one. And that enables him to also pick up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Carlson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down, Carlson. And that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They run with Connor. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, Carlson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 7 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Let's go. What? None. What? None. Ohio.
Looking to throw. Carlson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now it's Wilson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. To throw on second down, Carlson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Mike Pennell coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Carlson. And this is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. Zero's kick is right through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. To throw again, Carlson. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for our visitors, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Cool.